Okay, so I could be done booking my accommodation today, but I'm not. I have to use the bathroom, and I'm gonna go back to another spot with Wi-Fi. Whew! Oh my god! And figure out my London travels, because that's really what I want to like hash out today. It feels good to be getting this shit figured out. It feels good to kind of know where my money. As you can see, my laundry is all drying right now. Um, shit, this is almost dry. Okay, so I feel good after spending all of that time looking up where I'm staying, and honestly, I'm gonna do like maybe another hour worth of research because the reason I love travel, the reason I love this shit is that I love going out into the world, having your budget, and being like, I'm gonna figure this shit the fuck out. And so, I mean, I'm not gonna go through everything right now. I'm probably gonna do it later, but I was able to find lodging in most places I looked up for like 20 to 40 a night. For like that first 2 weeks of travel, other than like the place in Paris I'm staying with a friend. And so I just love like searching, going to this website, going to this website, going to this website. Like even earlier, I was trying to figure out the cheapest way to fly from to London, and I was looking up, what if I went from Naples to Milan or Naples to Oublier or all these other places and fly from there? And sometimes overthinking it will do you wrong, but for me, doing meticulous research is really helpful. I'm going from here to Paris, taking the train, from Paris to Lyon, and I believe I'm taking a bus. And then from Lyon to Venice, I will be flying, and then from Venice to Naples, I believe I'll be taking a train, and then from Naples to London is what I'm trying to figure out now. Because I want to go on a specific day because of the friend that I'm crashing with. And I'm just trying to find like basically tickets that aren't too far off from when I have to check out of my hostel in Venice on the 15th. When you're solo traveling, for me, the most stressful part is figuring out where you're staying by yourself, and then also just carrying bags and shit. Like, I'm not that kind of a bitch to buy like a nice bag that's gonna be really easy to, like, I'm buying a duffel bag off of Amazon. Oh wow. Keep a note in my app, in my notes app, where I have all of the basic travel info, what times I'm leaving places, when I'm landing, the names of the places that I'm going. Another thing that's helpful is to look up how far where you're staying is from where you're arriving, because I've known a lot of the times I've traveled, I'm like, oh, it can't be that far, or maybe it's a train right away, or a bus right away, but depending on the time of day, public transit might not run, or it might not be as frequent. Uber and shit might be kind of difficult to get based on your data. And I'll tell you one thing, during this trip, my cell phone data is booty, so I'm also curious to see how that works out in the rest of Europe. But I'm excited to be seeing a little bit more. I'm excited to be going back to Paris to see some friends. I'm excited to go to Lyon. It's just a very quintessential place that I remember from my first trip to Paris. That's my update for now. This walk I wanted to go on is closed. But is it really closed? Am I an idiot? Why did that say it's closed? I'm like, is there like a naked man somewhere that I don't know about? But I'm looking. There's honestly no one else here. So I think it is time for me to reflect. I have a day and a half left here. It's wild to think about the fact that this whole experience is almost over. My birthday's tomorrow. I turn 28. That doesn't feel like as big of a deal as I used to think it would be, but it's just wild. It's wild. And I was just looking through my Instagram story like I usually do around my birthday time and reposting different things from over the past year, and it's even wilder to realize, like, in 1 year you can experience so much. Like, in the last year, I went to 2 residencies, I made new friends, I dropped other friends, I came back to Ohio distraught. I had my friends help celebrate my birthday with me back in Ohio. I was managing and processing, trying to get a new agent. I got a book deal, had to wait to make the book announcement, started doing edits on my book. Had COVID over Christmas. Went to LA. Went to Mexico earlier in the summer last year. There are so many things that I've done this past year that I really didn't imagine, didn't know that I would end up doing. And I'm feeling a lot of gratitude, a lot of gratefulness. Like, I feel like I want to cry. I feel like I want to cry because I realize, like, I'm here living this life and I get to have these moments where I get to slow down and reflect and to be grateful and to cherish, like, all of the effort that I've put in and the kinds of friends that I have and the energy that I try to have around me. And even being here, like, I'm reappreciating how it's allowing me to recontextualize my feelings about double consciousness and how that shifts and changes based on where you are in the world. I mean, another one of my goals for this summer was to have slower days, and I think that was maybe some of the stress of having friends visit so much, is that I was, like, trying to get work done and also trying to help manage their time somewhat. And even today, I just went on this walk and I thought it was going to be this long walk. Not like a long walk, but like, oh, it's going to be a half an hour. But the walk is literally just from the end of the village around the outside to this spot here that but I'm grateful to be here. Just wanted a moment to reflect. My birthday's tomorrow. Get ready. All right, hello everyone. It's my 28th birthday. Woo! Applause, applause, applause. It's my birthday. I have spent today relaxing so far, but I want to kind of start getting ready. So I'm going to take you through my getting ready process, maybe take you through what I'm going to be doing later, and just talk about what birthdays mean and are to me, because I do think it is an interesting topic for a lot of people, like how you celebrate your birthday, why. I'm grateful to be here in France. I'm grateful to be here at this residency. I leave tomorrow. I'm leaving so soon. What time is it? Okay, well, we're gonna get ready soon. In the plaza by my house. And today I turned 28. To me, it's wild how our perspective on aging changes. Maybe I should watch Twilight while I'm waiting. For 12 minutes. Okay. I should probably put that umbrella up outside. Like, why not? Okay, so it is crunch time. I have about an hour until I'm going to the train. And it was one of those nights where you're just kind of like, let's just say I started my hot boy summer. It wasn't the hottest experience, but it's me taking baby steps. So it is time to leave St Paul de Vence. I honestly can't believe I'm saying it, because I'm like, I just got here. I don't know, it feels like I've been here for a month, but it also feels like I've been here for not a month, which is, to me, kind of unsettling. I had a great time. I made some friends. I got to go out. I got to see shit. I got to really feel like I wasn't just being a tourist totally, and that I was meeting people that live here and they're friends that I'm going to keep for the future. So that is, like, always my favorite part of traveling. Amazed at myself for packing as much as I have, because and maybe I shouldn't wear this shirt. I feel like it's going to be hot. Well, it's time for me to pack up and to go. I am so grateful for this experience. I'm so grateful to have met so many amazing people here, friends that I'm going to keep up with. I feel nauseous. I feel grateful. I just need to start moving this stuff out because I have 30 minutes and I just want to like have like 10 or 15 minutes of sitting up there and chilling. So okay, so update, I'm in Paris. I'm staying in a random friend's place. And I'm here just for one night. It's so bright, I'm just trying to get this clip in. I'm here just for one night. I feel really relaxed. I got a good night of sleep. I ate food yesterday. I'm not hungover anymore. And I'm excited because the area I'm staying in is pretty central. And I'm moving to another place today, but I love Paris. So I am walking home. It's probably too windy for you to hear this, but I am walking home and it's almost indescribable to describe how I feel. I feel grateful, I feel good, I feel I could cry. I wish. It's one of those evenings where I'm like, I wish other people could experience this, but I guess why am I wishing for other people to experience it when I'm experiencing it? Like, can that be enough, I guess? Maybe that's the survivor's guilt. Gotta get your B-roll. So we're currently at a market and there's lots of books and other things, and they have a lot of these markets around Paris. Market, I don't know where we are. It's near or in St Prez, and I've been to a few of these markets before. They usually sell like books, trinkets, bags, anything you kind of would really need for your house. So it's a really good place to check out if you're in Paris. Check out some markets and buy some souvenirs. So I'm currently trying to pick some wine, and I don't have a wine opener, but this is what I think I'm gonna get. I left my friend's house, and we're not far from the Garden Luxembourg, so I'm gonna head there and see. I bought some wine. I don't have a wine opener, but I still want to go there and hang out and relax and maybe do some writing. We just got to Jardin de Luxembourg. And I honestly can't remember if or when I've been here before. Like, I think I have, but I'm not really sure. We're not in the Garden of Luxembourg, we're in the Garden of Plants. Thought this was the right place. Let's keep walking. Of Paris, because my ex obviously, I mean not obviously, but my ex lived in a suburb and he didn't really like going into Paris, and so it's really, really interesting and good. Back at where I'm staying, and I just feel kind of like poop because everything I planned today didn't go out how I planned, but those are the days I also like. But I'm gonna go back upstairs, drop off some stuff, get a wine bottle opener, go back out, and figure out if I can actually meet up with a friend who is in Paris until tomorrow, but he's staying near the airport, so it's kind of complicated because I don't have Wi-Fi. That's the kind of exercise I need.
I am in Jardin de Luxembourg in Paris, and here's my book. It's coming out in October, and I kind of want to start this tradition where as many places as I go this month, I want to read passages from this book, or at least like have it with me, look at it, read it. So I'll read a passage right now. Okay. So here's a section from the Paris chapter when I visit Paris for the first time in 2016. The crowd all around us lurched as Ben grabbed onto my arm and pulled me away. We wandered the madness and the same delirium as everyone else that had shown up that day, wandering down an alleyway to make a turn and be met with a dead end, backing away as scuffles broke out, or climbing telephone poles to get a better view. People in black tagged buildings with spray paint used broken handrails to smash ATM screens and lobbed rocks at storefront windows. Behind us, French police swung their batons at fallen protesters or beat them up against their shields. A woman in a white scarf went down from an officer's swing and then was sucked through the police line by her legs as she screamed. I ran faster to catch up with Ben. A gaggle of us reached a side street. I stopped, grateful to have a moment to breathe and cursing myself for forgetting my inhaler. I coughed and wiped the sweat from my face. Opened my mouth to tell him that I'd never seen anyone be yanked behind a police line like that when Ben grabbed my hand. He jerked hard and whipped me backwards. I gasped from the shock as my feet caught up and a loud metal crunch rose up behind me. The police had pulled up a barricade to block the path that Ben pulled me away from. Someone else grabbed a metal pole and slammed it into a car's windshield, sending the alarms blare down the alleyway. The chaos of the images from Freddie Gray's protests in the last year flooded my mind, and suddenly connected with the images right in front of me. All the speeches and discussions I'd listened to while scrubbing toilets and fixing beds spoke and told my thumping heart this was not the only wreckage that I would see. Soon it was the throngs of people spilling out of side streets into main streets with nowhere to use the bathroom or sit down or close their eyes. Yeah, that's from Nuit Debout in 2016. That was my first time here. That was maybe my second week, and it was my first protest, my first riot, which is wild. Just visited the Louvre. I have been there before. I didn't want to go in. I don't want to walk around there, sit around, because I feel like there's a bunch of people robbing each other. So I'm going to keep on walking and head towards this thrift store. But it's just nice to walk around a city and to just stop in a place and just sit and watch for a while. And I feel like Paris is a really good city to do that, and that's why I love this city and what I've seen so far. I used to take this walk literally every day for 3 months. Lived here, stayed here, walking to the place that I lived. I remember the walk here by memory, so it's wild. It's wild that there's a lot of construction. Like outside of the Saint station, there used to be people selling stuff, selling bouchette sandwiches, selling things for like a little market. Now it's all basically under construction, and there's a tram line that usually runs through here, and that is all under construction too, so it's way harder to get around. Even though relationships end and you might not talk to people, it's important to have your closure, say goodbye in your own way. And so I just wanted to see this place that mattered so much to me 6 years ago, that propelled me in my life, this relationship, this experience,
and just sit in it and breathe.
I'm at this store called Sol. There's a few of them in Paris. This is one that I used to go to all the time because they have really good men's clothes. And it's in this area that has a lot of migrants, refugees, so it's a lot cheaper. So let's go in and check it out. Ooh, this is kind of nice. At another restaurant. Tell me why when you're traveling your things always break. The backpack, the strap on my last backpack broke. So then I went to the Decathlon, which is a really good sports store, bought this bag for €10, which is actually a really good deal because it's a lot better quality than the one that I had, and it's cheaper, and it has better straps on it, has the same amount of storage basically. And now I'm at this cafe restaurant called Les Amis, and I'm waiting to meet up with a friend in a little bit. Brown, it's somewhere on the East Coast.
I think.
Yeah, somewhere on the East Coast. I can't remember. Solo travel is important because it gives you a chance to sit down, to breathe, to think about the things that you want day by day. And I really believe this. I think double consciousness is something that most people experience, but especially Black people experience it more. And so for me, when I travel, especially solo traveling right now, I seldom have days in the U.S. where I'm living where I'm thinking like, oh, I shouldn't, like, I don't need really to hang out with anyone, I don't really need to do anything. Like, I'm always on my to-do list, my schedule, things I need to do. And here it's nice because we're not just here, but in the mode of traveling solo, you can have a whole day where you're like, I want to do 2 or 3 things, and that can take up your whole day, or can take up most of your day in the afternoon, unless you're trying to pack your evenings or trying to go to all these events, which I'm not necessarily trying to do when I travel. You get to relax. You get to sit and look at the water and think and breathe and reconnect with yourself. And I think I've also been trying to draw connections between how I've been thinking a lot about what it means to be an empath or a highly sensitive person, and also what it means to be aware of double consciousness, and what it means to want to be out in the world in ways that are dynamic. And I feel like I'm connecting these 2 ideas where last night I was thinking about the fact that, or like over the past few days I've just been thinking about the fact that travel compels me to romanticize other people's lives, but I think my ultimate goal is to romanticize my life. And I feel like solo travel allows me to do that, and it's something that I want to practice more during solo travel, but just in my everyday life, like doing random things, checking out my city, trying new things whenever I want to. And to me, also living in a bigger city allows that opportunity, allows that possibility, and that's something that I really want. So that's just a rumination for now.